There was a season in my life where I did everything I was told a believer should do. I prayed every day, I read the Word, I waited quietly, patiently, faithfully. And yet, God felt completely silent. No clear direction, no reassurance, no sense that my prayers were even reaching heaven. Just silence. If you have ever been there, this video is for you. And if you are there right now, stay with me. What I'm about to share may change how you understand God's silence forever. For a long time, I assumed silence meant absence, that if God was not speaking, then maybe he was disappointed. Maybe I had done something wrong. Maybe my faith was weak. So I tried harder. I prayed longer prayers. I searched for signs. I listened to sermons late at night, hoping one sentence would finally explain what I was missing. But the silence remained. And what made it harder was watching others talk about how clearly God spoke to them. They would say, "God told me this," or "God told me that," and I would quietly wonder, why not me? That question can sit heavy in your chest. It can make you doubt yourself. It can make you wonder if you are invisible to God. If you felt that way, you're not broken. You're human. There were nights I sat in stillness, asking God just one thing. Please say something, anything. Not because I needed miracles, but because I needed reassurance. And still, nothing. That silence slowly began to shape a story in my mind. A story that said God speaks to others, but not to you. God moves for others, but you must wait longer. God sees others, but you are overlooked. Those thoughts are dangerous, even when they sound quiet. What I didn't realize at the time was that silence does not mean neglect, and waiting does not mean rejection. But it took a moment, a very small and ordinary moment, for me to finally understand that. It didn't happen during prayer. It didn't happen during worship. It didn't happen when I was actively searching for God at all. It happened when I stopped trying to force an answer. One day I was exhausted, not physically, but spiritually, tired of striving, tired of questioning, tired of measuring my faith by how much I felt.
So I stopped asking God to speak, and instead, I asked him to help me trust him, even in the quiet. That was the prayer that changed everything. Not because God suddenly spoke out loud, not because circumstances instantly shifted, but because something in me finally rested. And before I go further, let me say this gently. If this message is speaking to you, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Not because I have everything figured out, but because you're not meant to walk seasons like this alone. I create these messages for tired hearts and quiet faith, and you're welcome here. And in that stillness, I realized something I had missed for a long time. God had been present the entire time. I just expected his voice to sound different. I expected thunder when he was offering peace. I expected answers when he was building endurance. Not only that, but I expected direction when he was shaping character. Silence was not God turning away. Silence was God working deeper than words. When God feels quiet, he is often teaching us how to walk by trust, not by emotional reassurance. Faith is not proven when God speaks loudly. It is proven when we continue walking, even when he feels silent. Looking back, I can see it now. The strength I gained during that season, the humility it formed, the way my faith became less about feelings and more about trust. But in the moment, it was painful, and God never dismisses that pain. If you are listening right now and you feel like heaven has gone quiet over your life, hear this clearly. God's silence is not punishment. God's silence is not distance, and it is not a sign that you have been forgotten. Sometimes silence is protection. Sometimes it is preparation. Sometimes it is God refusing to rush a work that must be done slowly. Think of a seed buried in the ground. Nothing appears to be happening. No movement, no visible growth. But underground, everything is happening. Roots are forming. Strength is building. Life is preparing to break through the surface. If the seed could speak, it might think it had been abandoned. But the soil was never empty. It was necessary.
Some of you are in that soil right now. And if that's you, let me invite you to do something simple. If you're still waiting, still trusting, even in the quiet, write this in the comments. I'm still trusting. Not for visibility, not for anyone else, just as a quiet reminder to yourself. The Bible is full of people who experienced silence. David cried out. Job waited. Even Jesus experienced moments where heaven felt quiet. Silence has always been part of the journey. The mistake we often make is assuming that silence means stagnation, but often it means alignment. God may be quiet because He is teaching you to listen differently. Not for instructions, but for presence. Not for answers, but for peace. When I stopped demanding clarity, I gained confidence. Not confidence in myself, but confidence in God's character. I realized that if God had carried me this far, He would not abandon me in silence. If He had been faithful before, He would be faithful again, even without constant reassurance. And that realization changed how I walk with Him. If you are still waiting, still listening, still wondering, let me encourage you with this. Do not rush your season. Do not compare your journey. And do not mistake quietness for absence. God is closer than you think, often closest when He feels the quietest. And if you know someone who feels distant from God right now, consider sharing this message with them. Sometimes one quiet reminder is enough to help someone keep going. Thank you for staying with me to the end. And remember this, even when God feels silent, He is still writing your story. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. And this quiet season will not last forever.